I could have found you, put my arms around you. A 2 in a million, a once in a life. What are the chances? Good morning, evening, afternoon, all lovely people. What's up? It's your girl in the building. Today, shout out goes to Laura and Wango. Shout out to you, sis, because you're two in that name. Whoa, I've killed 2 birds with 1 stone. But shout out to you both. Aki, you're so silly. Instead of preparing for school, you're out here watching a movie. You know what? It is what it is. You get me? So before we start this video, I need to tell you about this app. Alright, so I have partnered with this company known as WorldRemit, and they are a money transferring app, and they also specialize in sending money abroad, especially if you're sending like to US, to Kenya, or you know what abroad means. Let me just tell you why, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, why I even decided to be part of this. I feel like even as a student, as a previous and future student, I feel like one of the main things you should be doing, especially when you're in school, don't be worrying about money. Just focus on your education and focus on your school. And I like that WorldRemit makes it easier for us as students to get money from whoever is sending you money from abroad. Because sometimes, let me tell you, those bank transfers, it's like, so you just steal my money then. What was the point? Now, why I think it's important that they are supporting education in our home country or our home continent. Like, we're smart. Like, we're smart people. Lakini ni kama opportunities limit how far someone can go. Long story short, WorldRemit. Hey, I was about to shrub there. WorldRemit is an efficient, fast, money-friendly, convenient way to send money back home. Now, on top of that, they are having a back-to-school competition. By the way, Mrs. I never link you. I'm your plug. I got you. And all you have to do is send money to African countries and you will stand a chance for winning. If you want to know more information, I will put the link in the description box down below. Tafadhali, if you know what's good for you financially. Of course, terms and conditions do apply. If you do have any questions about the competition, about the app itself in general, you can also now with the same link down below. You can go to their Instagram page, which is WorldRemit. I will also put it somewhere here. You're welcome. So I urge you, if you're abroad, if you want to send money abroad, if you want to receive money from abroad, the best way to do it is through WorldRemit. By the way, just try. Also, thank you so much, WorldRemit, for partnering with me. Yeah. So all these story times are in line with the all the story times are in line with the back to school theme. The first story time happened either in year 11 or IB1, which is the equivalent of Form 5 or year 12. I don't know, I'm gonna blame all this on teenagehood and my hormones, but there was a time in my life when I was frustrated. So what happened is that my brother was a cheeky piece of thing, and I was not necessarily a cheeky piece of thing. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was a cheeky piece of thing. It's just that I never get caught. You get me? You know how boys are? I don't know what happens with boys when they're in school. They just out of nowhere, they're just causing drama, they're just doing the dumbest things. I don't know. So he was going through that phase, and I was annoyed at the fact that that's an actual helicopter. Whether or not you break the rules, you're still treated the same. So obviously, because of this stupid story, of course that stupid boy has to be involved. So there was this stupid boy that we're going to call Green. Okay, he's not that stupid. It's just that this situation and my stupidity also was just stupid. It was during the holidays and Green and I wanted to meet up. Now the thing with our house is that we didn't have a curfew, like there was no curfew of be home by this time, but it was just a thing of when you see it getting dark and you chill for 2 hours, then skedaddle back home. And also on top of that, my parents just liked that if you communicate with them, like that's what I like. Honestly, I'm so blessed. Thank you, Jesus. As long as you communicate and say where you are, what you're doing, then it's all good. So I said I'm not gonna say where I'm going, and I'm just going to disappear, and hopefully this guy comes before my parents come home, because I didn't want to see my parents and then I leave the house. I'm not giving people here tips on how to sneak out of the house, but I'm just saying it was easier if I just leave the house and they don't see me when they come home. Cool. Now, I've just remembered how Green used to take long. Let me tell you, this guy would take so long. We'd be saying we're meeting at 1 and he's here coming at 4. But there are some things only experience can teach you, because today, let me tell you, you're not gonna waste my time like that. You'll holler at me at like 4 and I'm like, I'm charging your number, you'll piga hapatikani kwa sasa, because I'm busy doing other things. Then also it was holiday, there's nothing much I was doing. Green comes for me at, let's say, about 6:30, even if we had said that we're gonna meet at 5. I can't make these stories up. Let me tell you what happened. So when Green comes for me, I didn't know he was going to come with his friend. I thought it was just the two of us hanging out. So he had his friend who was a guy and his friend who's a girl. So I entered the car. Kafungua mlango hivi, nikaingia gari. Nikaangalia nyuma, nikaona mvulana. Nikasema, najua huyu mvulana. Do you know how I know this man's? Do you know how I know this man's? So we had a thing with this man's before, but it was just like a small thing, like it wasn't even like a thing. It was just like kulambisha, done. Like it was the smallest thing. If there are things that are small, then this was the smallest thing. I said, I looked in front and I said, lol, this is a joke. My guardian angel must be Kevin Hart's relative. This is why Nasemanga, Nairobi is small. Nairobi is this small. Nairobi is this. Whatever you get after you squeeze like this, that's Nairobi. Nairobi is tiny. But I had known that they were friends. It's just that I never imagined that I would be with them together. So we go to Green's house and Green had a bottle of alcohol. Mind you, at Green's house, there are no parents at home. It was just, I think, his cousin and his brother or something. It was like two guys. There was no adults in that house. And he had a bottle of some brown liquor. It was either in the bottle of Southern Comfort. I can't remember, to be honest. I don't think I was legal. I was probably like 17 or 16 or turning 17 that month. You know, sometimes, just a disclaimer, sometimes I tell these story times and I'm like, I hope my kids won't be like this. But at the same time, I'm like, experience the world, live your life. But don't live your life too much. My kids will be the opposite. Anyway, that's just something I think about. We started sipping and chilling, listening to music. Kidogo, we started playing FIFA. We started playing board games. Like, it was just bands, like cool vibes, the four of us. So what I had done is that I put my phone on silent, alafu I put it upside down. And I focused on the fact that I'm here with friends and we're having a good time. I didn't bother with what would happen after. I didn't bother to think about what my parents are thinking, which I know is hella unfair. And when you're a teenager, when you're young, you're just stupid, you're just being inconsiderate because all your parents want to know is where you are and they're just scared for your safety. But at this point, I'm just dumb. Like, that's what I'm saying. The story is stupid. Like, it's just a stupid story of stupid teenage decisions. At some point when we're chilling, Green's phone rang and he was talking on the phone with someone. I can't remember who he was talking to. I think he was talking to a friend. And that friend told him that I'm being looked for. There was a search party. This was around, let's say, 11:30. I didn't mean for it to get this bad. Like, I didn't mean for it to get this bad. Okay. And I had like over 30 missed calls. Messages, I had like over 10, 15. And I had messages also from my friends. My friends were like, where are you? Your mom is looking for you. I had so many calls from my mom. I had so many calls from my aunties. I had so many calls from my friend's mom. My friend's mom. Let me tell you a story. So my friend's mom, one of my best friends, I can't say her name, but you just know one of my best friends. Her mom had run into her room. She had opened the door, yani the ones with fujo, checked under the bed, opened the wardrobes, and she was like, where's Wahura? Are you hiding Wahura? Apparently she thought that I was hidden in her room. I was hiding, yeah. Her mom is looking for her dad. Like, she had told me this the next morning and I'm like, damn. Before we go home, I need to enjoy these last few minutes because I'm already in. So does it matter whether I come home at 12, whether I come home at 1 or 2? I'm ready. You can't be in twice. So I was like, let's just enjoy these last few minutes before I go home and die. We drove back home and I remember going up the stairs and my dad was just disappointed. Like, that's the thing. He was just like hella disappointed. And I remember my mom, lol, you think I'm extra. I'm telling you, my mom is extra. So my mom had sent a message saying, oh, I can't sleep. When I got home, this lady was snoring. This lady was in bed, but then her face looked like distraught. I didn't like what I had done to them, to be honest. Like, honestly, I regretted and I was like, that was really stupid of me. And moral of the story, as a teenager, you're stupid. Yeah, so that's what happened. After that, obviously, I was punished. Now, the second story time happened after my first year, and then I was going to my second year in YouTube. So when I was going to my second year, it was that summer holiday between June and September. We finished exams, let's say like on the 2nd or 3rd of June, and then I was back in Kenya by, let's say, like the 10th or 12th of June. And then my birthday was July 17th. cool. Like even for a lot of my classmates, we had all gone to uni and now we had all come back for the summer holidays. So a lot of us were in the gang. A lot of us were in the hood. A lot of us were in Nairobi. I just wanted something chill. Like I wanted something just with my friends, and obviously I wanted to get late. So I decided that for my birthday we are going to go to, I'm not gonna say where, but we are going to a place where you can go for a walk. And that day I bought Boris. That morning I remember I went, TBT, I went to Nakumat and I bought Ciroc and another drink. I can't remember which other drink. Sorry, I've just gotten flashbacks of vodka. Vodka. Oh my god. I don't know why I was still drinking that and I didn't like it. We were supposed to, let's say, meet at about 1 o'clock, and one of my friends had come home and then we went together. So he came and then we went. Everyone came like within like 20 minutes and then we started walking in this area with sipping and drinking and walking and sipping and drinking, and this stupid voice, that stupid voice I'm always telling you, that's always telling me, chapa another shot. Second of all, it was my birthday, so everyone's like, now Wahura, you need to get lit. And Wahura doesn't know how to stop. Wahura doesn't know when she starts seeing 13 people, that's a sign that you should stop. When you start feeling like you're floating on clouds, when you start feeling like you can't even feel your legs, my G, that's when you're supposed to stop. But does Wahura stop? Wahura keeps at it. That's as far as I'm telling you in terms of my story, because me, I just remember walking. I remember walking for max 15 minutes while chapaing shots. After that, I remember nothing. Now this is the part where now it's from my friends and us discussing the next day. Now what had happened is that apparently at some point I got really lit and I couldn't walk, and apparently we had gotten lost at some point, obviously, because everyone is lit and is not looking at where they're going. They helped carry me to the car. I said my dumb shit, because every time I get too late, like, does this happen? Just by the way, because this used to happen to me a lot. Every time when I'd get too late, I just started crying, because I'm like, I'm too drunk right now, and all of you are also drunk, and I feel like I'm gonna die. I always have this fear like something will happen when I'm drunk, and because I'm with drunk people, I'm just gonna die. I started crying, I started wailing, and I was like, no, I'm just scared, I don't know, I'm too drunk. And my friends were trying to calm me down, and then they're like, okay, we need to take her home. I literally went like, this is me getting drunk. It got my peak and sharply went down. So eventually I slept, and then my friends were like, okay, so we need to take her home, and they decided to take me home. One of my friends, who we are going to name Pink, was assigned to carry me to my room because I couldn't walk. Let me tell you, my G, I am heavy, and he managed to carry me. So thank you so much. Aki Pink, nakupenda tela. And obviously my room is upstairs, so we had to go through a couple flights of stairs. Alikuwa na muzzles, walikuwa wanaweza kunibeba hivyo. All I know now, remember this part nakwambia, let me tell you how the Kanyova is set up. So my room is here and my parents' room is here. Like my door entrance is here and my parents' door entrance is here, and the stairs to come up is here. So once you just come up the stairs, you turn left and get into my room. You can take like one more step and then turn left and get into my parents' room. So when they got up the stairs, walifika hapa, guess who opens the door? My father. Guess what Pink does? Pa! He just dropped me. He's like, pa! And I was on the floor. Apparently I was just on the floor sleeping. And my dad was like, is that Wahura? I'm sleeping on the floor at this point as these guys are deciphering or figuring out who's on the floor, and my friends were like, we'll change her. So my friends changed me, and they were telling me how I was mocking them. Like I kept making fun of them because they tried. I can be stubborn also when I'm late. So apparently what I'd do is that when they'd struggle to take off my top, I start laughing at them like, ha, you can't take off my top. The guy friends who had come to drop me sat in the TV room and were talking to my parents, and then after they finished changing me, they went back and talked to my parents. I just remember waking up dressed in sleeping clothes, and that's when I talked to my friends, and they're like, yeah, you blacked out, and they explained to me the whole story. I don't remember anything. I just remember walking for 15 minutes and waking up the next morning. Between that time and morning, I don't remember. You learn, honestly. It is what it is. Would I do that again? Most probably. Not now, but like if I went back in time and I was like, do you want to do this again? Like, yeah, YOLO, come on, you gotta live a little. A little is a keyword. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it put a smile on your face. Just a reminder before we finish this video, remember when I was telling you about WorldRemit, the money transfer app? Please do have a look at the link in the description box down below. As I said, they're having a competition from the 19th of September to the 30th of September. And just try your luck. Honestly, you got these. Sitaki kusikia mtu akisema ati, oh, Wahura doesn't help us save money. Excuse me. As usual, if you want to have a more intimate relationship with me, you can follow me on my social medias, on Instagram and on Twitter. Goodbye. Alrighty. I keep now up because the sleep I have in my system. You know, I can just sleep in a second. Like if you just say lala. Stop looking at my stomach. I literally brought it like. You know what I like about this hairstyle? I get to feel what it's like to not have a 5 head. Because as an East African girl, you know, forehead game 1000. How is Kunishisha? How many tishi? How many was a issue? What's a girl like you doing in a place like this? There were times why is someone cutting the grass? We had PE, like let's say these birds just keep chirping.